So we're getting gas in El Cajon, and Barry is extra suited up. Check it out. What you doing, Mr. Williams?
Just, you know, getting gas.
Okay. Hi, good morning. So we are, well, it's week 4 of quarantine. We're an hour and a half early for the food bank, and we're not the first in line. There's quite a bit of people out here. So the line starts over there, wraps all the way around the lot in here. We were over across the street in the lot, last week. So an improvement over last week's arrival time, but still everybody's getting here earlier and earlier. They don't even have the truck set up yet. So they're unloading stuff out of that truck, and then they'll set it up here, and then we drive around and pick it up. So quarantine's going good so far. Sue's mom made us these great masks, so now we have some cool masks. Barry's got a cool one too.
Hippie camo.
Hippie camo. Tie-dye all day. So even though we're still quarantining and things are getting, you know, a lot of it worse as far as the United States and this virus is concerned, good things are happening at Hiking My Feelings. So I spent the first 2 weeks in what I call an emotional coma. I think what I experienced before, during, and after we canceled the book tour and postponed the other events, I would classify that as a nervous breakdown, but I'm pretty sure that language is dated. I don't think that that is a medical term or anything anymore, but looking back, I feel like that's an accurate statement. So that is nice to not feel like that anymore. So we've been planning the retreat center. We found a really great property, which is actually right down the street from the Reggae Ranch out in Descanso, that already has bunkhouses on it. It's got a kitchen, a dining hall, everything we need. So we're gonna go drive by and take a look at that after we get done making our food run this morning. And as far as additional structures and or planning, like what we want to be staying in when we're out there, is we're looking at geodesic domes and yurts. So we were originally planning on like shipping container homes, and then we were looking at tiny houses on wheels. And the aesthetic that I like for both of those is pushing $100,000 each, which dramatically increases the amount of money that we need to raise in order to build the kind of center we want. So we were looking at yurts, and then we started looking at domes, and especially if we're going to be considering doing stuff out in the mountains out here, the winds get wild in the valleys of the mountain range that we are currently staying at. So we just want to be mindful of that, and the domes are are rated to be okay up to like 100 or 130 miles per hour of wind, depending on what size you get. So that's really cool, and we're really excited about that. So we started looking at floor plans. I've already started my little like vision board for what I want the design to look like and like the feel of the interior on Pinterest. So I've got like my inspiration board happening there. So as I find stuff, I just kind of save it there to collect it. And then we started a new partnership with an app this week to promote the new type 2 diabetes Healthline app, which Healthline is a medical media company that just pumps out articles about everything, and they're all medically reviewed. So it's not like opinion pieces about things, like everything's reviewed by a doctor. So we're doing, they just launched the app last week. I'm an ambassador for the app next week, so you can host chats in there. You can welcome all the new people, and then they have all these different groups where you can like connect with each other about different topics. So far the app is so cool, and I wish that we had that available when I was first diagnosed, because I realized now that I'm in a community that is specifically around diabetes, I'm realizing how much I missed out on not having that when I first got diagnosed. But I also think to some extent that the way I went about it is probably why I was so successful, because I didn't have a lot of outside information competing. Like I just figured out what worked for me and went with that. So hoping to kind of share a little bit of that with the diabetics that are already in the community. There's a serious need of inspiration in the diabetic community, because a lot of shame and weird emotions happen when you get diagnosed with diabetes. So looking forward to hopefully giving some folks some inspiration and showing them how you can thrive with this disease, because I think that we are, all things considered. So they're getting set up. It's looking pretty good. But yeah, that's really all we got. It's been kind of slow. We're on day 4 of rain, and we got more rain on the way. So if you look outside, you're like, oh, blue skies, San Diego, hey. We're in the clouds. So whenever you see clouds around San Diego, we live in them. So it's been pretty wet and pretty soggy the last few days. So we're looking forward to some sunshine soon. Anything else?
No, I'm looking forward to, what's it, like Chopped?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how we have to deal with whatever. Like, whatever we get, we always got to make whatever we can get. I'm really good at coleslaw these days.
Yeah,
Amazing at
so
coleslaw.
we've been getting tons of cabbage, so Barry's been crushing the coleslaw lately, so.
So what's going on here?
I think we need to change the name, but otherwise I really like this space.
For what?
For the retreat center.
Well, all right.
This is the Phoenix House. It's 88 acres in Descanso, California. They shut down back in like 2015, 2016. And it's been abandoned ever since, which is evident. But it's for sale, and I want to buy it for the retreat center.
All right.
So we need to go home and figure out how to raise the money.
All right.
Yeah.
How much? $1 million?
1.1 for the property itself, but then we probably need more on top of that to rehab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So cool.
So get to work.
Okay.
All right. So what you got there?
This is a growing block for lion's mane mushrooms from our friends at Blue Sky Fungi, Nikki and Matt.
Right on.
Yeah.
So we got lion's mane.
Yeah, lion's mane.
Yeah.
So we're just looking to see what's all going on. This is all mycelium for the mushroom, and then that'll turn into a mushroom at some point.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
All
Barry
right.
made a little tent type thing. It's that, and then cut it, put it in the thing, put a tent over it, and it'll grow mushrooms in about a month.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What you got there?
Humidity tent.
Is that Marley's house?
Yeah, Marley's house. The house that Marley built. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Spring's here. Stuff's sprouting. What's going on, Charlie Brown?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Sunday?
Sunday fun day.
Yeah.
Read and reflect day.
We're on day 7 of crappy weather.
God, I'm so over it.
We got an hour yesterday of sun, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good day to be a mushroom.
It's a good day to be a mushroom. Marley's got a home, 100% humidity.
Yep.
We should go check on him after read and reflect.
Yeah.
See how he made it through his first night.
Right.
Yeah.
Make sure he's okay.
Yeah. But
So-
today's a big day.
Yeah, why?
We're switching technology.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we're no longer doing read and reflect on Facebook Live. Now we're doing it on Microsoft Teams.
Excellent.
Yeah, so now we can actually talk to each other. So I don't know what the bandwidth is going to be like, but that's why I'm glad I do this on Sunday morning when the kids are sleeping.
Yeah, I'll get off my phone.
Hopefully nobody's on the internet. So I don't know if I don't know if having extra faces on video requires more bandwidth, or if it's just like it's video, that's how much it takes. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
But it's a good
Well,
show.
it's not like the screen gets any bigger.
Right, that's true.
The squares just get smaller, right?
That's right. That's true. Yeah. So eventually we'll all be like nickel sized.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good one.
We'll do it.
All right.
So there's Amanda and Jess. Put your face
Hey,
in.
all right.
Boom. mute everybody but me. So much power. All right. Let's see here. Okay, cool. So welcome to Read and Reflect Live. This is chapter 14. We are reading from this book that I wrote, Hacking My Feelings, Stepping into the Healing Power of Nature. And today we're reading chapter 14, which starts on page 179. So if you're reading along, hop on to page 179. To set this chapter up, last chapter we had just started the Trans-Catalina Trail trip number 2, and now we are going to, we woke up in Blackjack Campground. We shaved 2 hours off our time that first day. I didn't have a blister a quarter mile in, so like as far as hiking goes, I'm killing it. And now we're waking up in Blackjack Campground on our way to Little Harbor. So here we go. See if you can unmute yourself, because I thought I had a button and I don't. But when was the last time you played like a kid? I want to hear about it. My goal for this is once, like I'm doing these on Microsoft Teams now, and then we're postponing the Chicago hike, so we're still trying to figure out when that's going to happen. We're just kind of like playing it by ear at this point with the different health organizations that are telling you when you can congregate in public spaces again. But during the days that we would be doing that hike, I'm going to be doing virtual readings, kind of like what we've been doing for Read and Reflect. So if you can help me promote that once we get that up and running, like this week, I'm like building out like what the schedule looks like, what it's called, how people can get involved. But I'm trying to do that. We're doing that so we can raise money for the retreat center. Because one thing that I've found since COVID is that I don't want to wait until 2024 to open a retreat center. I want to do it like sooner than later. And if it ends up being 2024 is when it happens, then that's fine. But I want to start like doing stuff now to make that a reality. Because my plan was we'll just go like tour the country and host retreats at other places, and then we'll open up our own spot. And I still want to do that, but I can't wait for COVID to be like gone, so where I can resume the life that I want to live now. So we're doing this to raise money for the retreat center because we found a spot that's 88 acres. 88, it's a lot. And it's an old like youth home, so they've got 6 different cabins on the property already, set up like bunkhouses. They've got an office, they've got a commercial kitchen, they've got a schoolhouse, a basketball court. There's a creek that runs through the property. It has its own mountain, like, and it's 20 minutes from the Reggae Ranch. Like you pass it on the way to Sue and Dustin's house. So we went and took a look at it like trespassing wise, and then we're trying to get in touch with the real estate agent so we can actually go look at it, because if like that could be a really good spot because it's already got the bones of what we want, and then we could just like dress it up or dress it down depending on how we wanted to do it. So now that I've seen a property and I've like walked on it and like visualized the stuff that's been living in my head, like I just like transplanted that plan onto this like landscape, and I was like, this could be it. I could work with this. So now we're like, actually, we're taking the steps to like, what do we need to do? What kind of structures do we want to have? We're using classy.org as our fundraising platform. It's like, it's kind of like GoFundMe, but it's all for nonprofits. So it's not like medical emergencies and stuff like that. It's like nonprofits raising money for their nonprofit. So we're setting up a crowdfunding campaign because I want this to be something where the community helps us build it and the community has access to it. So whatever that looks like, we were originally thinking like we wanted to get shipping containers and turn those into tiny homes and have that be the housing. But now we're looking at geodesic domes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but it's like the playground dome things that are all covered up, like sacred geometry, all kinds of cool stuff. So we found a company that does those, and we're talking to them to see if they do discounts for nonprofits or if they have, like, if they donate them for things like this. So one of those is like 10 grand. So what we want to do in the meantime, because the property that we're looking at is $1.1 million, which could take us some time to raise, and like get in and get it rehabbed and everything else. So what we want to do is build a geodesic dome here at the Reggae Ranch up on the other side of the mountain on the Sunset side, Jess, like where we went for that party. There's a whole like off, so there's a trail that goes from behind our van up to the other side of the mountain, and that's where we go watch sunset. On the right side of that trail is just a ton of flat areas that have incredible views, And so we walked it with Sue and Dustin on Thursday, and we were like, this is where we want to build the dome, and then we can like cut out some tent camping spots so we can have our own like mini retreat center at the Reggae Ranch and do this programming and test it on a smaller scale before we go spend $1 million and see if we want to buy 88 acres. So anything that we can do, if you guys have any ideas about how to, if you've done fundraising before, if you have ideas on how to promote it, how to get it out there, what we should be doing during these 18 days, because I'm going to do the reading. I want to walk people through the prompts. Like I want to introduce people to Hiking My Feelings, be like, this is what we do. Come do it with us. Help us build this retreat center. So if you guys have any ideas at all, if you want to help, just let me know, send me a note, send me a DM, email, whatever. But I'm just really excited because like now there's like land that I've seen where I could like do this instead of it just being like this fluffy idea in my head. Like it's actually starting to come together. So yeah, that's my big update here, is that we're actually looking at buying things that make it more like a retreat center and less of a journal entry. So yay.
Nice.
Anywho's it's
I love it.
How was that?
I think it went okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's some flow stuff that I want to work through because it's weird when I'm actually talking to people and not just
Talking. Right.
But it was good.
Cool.
I'm into it.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right. Next time on Williams in the Wild.
What you think there, Cap?
So good. I miss Kindred.
Did you breathe?
Uh-uh.
Good for you.